What's good? What's good? The weather's been cooler lately, which has been nice because, I've been working outside. I got a little sunburn on my legs. It was cute. But I randomly wrote a song. I haven't written all of it yet. I've written about 3/4 of it, based on sort of my experiences out here in West Seattle, which is where I've been doing day labor and just spending some time. And I'm growing fond of the area. Unfortunately, it's still Seattle, so it's expensive. And I was looking at my finances, and I gotta buckle down and be better because I was doing great, and then I lost a lot of momentum. And part of it is the crew that I'm working with. They often go to lunch, and that's common, lunch, right? But spending $20 for lunch for a bowl of pho. I love pho. It's one of my absolute favorite foods. But and then on top of that, I have to go do a dinner, and I'm just spending too much money on food. And it's not even the best food in that, for less than $20, for usually $13 to $15, I can buy a good steak. And so I'm trying to figure out how I can do that. I don't have the space to really build a kitchen in here. I'm already freaking crowded. So I'm looking at various barbecue options. But again, it has to fit in my van, and I don't have a lot of space. But I need to be doing better. That has nothing to do with this video. This video is more of just the rambly sort of video, getting content out for the sake of content. But I do want to say this. The WNBA has become my favorite Psyop this year. And not everything is a Psyop, but most things are. And I'm not saying that the WNBA is fake. Just because something is a Psyop doesn't mean it's fake. So we need to get that out of the way. But the level of media attention, spotlight, focus, dedication, exposure, it is being given a lot more exposure this reason. And I think it's actually deserved and earned. So it's this interesting intersection of maybe centering women in the media space, but also the media just reporting quality, interesting stories. What really sparked this video, specifically last night or the night before or recently, Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever, I'm going to just go on a side quest here and talk about her before going back to the story. She is fun to watch. I don't really watch NBA anymore. I'm just so tired of the egos. They're just so off-putting that the game is not even fun to watch anymore. But I used to like watching the NBA because I am a man who believes you should be physically, mentally, and spiritually strong, or pursuing cultivating strength in those arenas however you can best, given the resources you were handed in this life, right? So people with disabilities are going to have a different vision of cultivating their physical strength, but they should still try to do so. So when I say that, I'm not just speaking to able-bodied people. I'm not being ableist. I'm inclusive over here. So anyways, so a good man is mentally, physically, and spiritually strong, and always working on himself in those ways. And so observing the combination of physical and mental effort that goes into sports is entertaining to me. I enjoy it. I like watching other humans display their dedication to their craft. And it's unfortunate. I think LeBron James is a fucking idiot, but he is an extremely talented basketball player, in my opinion. Some of the passes he makes It's just impressive, like his vision. So he's not an idiot in the sense that he has a very high basketball IQ, but yeah, his vision and just his work ethic can't be argued. I'm not arguing any of that, but he used to be so much fun to watch, and I like team sports. You know, I like seeing guys, fraternity, come together and push for each other. We no longer have to run into battle next to one another, because throughout human history, that has been something that is very common to the male experience. You know, women have had it shitty throughout history. I completely give them that. But like, men haven't had it that great either, because we were often the first to go into battle. You know, and so anyways, got way off subject here. Caitlin Clark. She has that basketball IQ, that team mentality, but then also the technical skills to be very entertaining to watch. She flows with the game. And so this here, heavyweights, light feels, with the Tai Chi symbol, the yin and the yang symbol, you know, more colloquially, I can't say that word, colloquially known. Anyways, she flows with the game, and it's so fun to watch. She truly is elevating the WNBA, and she's bringing people with her, and she's elevating other people. So it's not just her. But people just get so bitter and so resentful about the fact that this white girl is the new, you know, face of the WNBA, and they need to stop being so bitter. But anyways, okay, let's get back to the issue that sparked this video. She was recently in an altercation. She's fouled all the time, and she's like, they go after her. But one where she was swatted in the eye, and then she's kind of stumbling and trying to recover from that, and kind of bumps into somebody, and then there's like a little push, and then another person on the other team rushes in and just like checks her, body checks her, and knocks her to the ground. So she's like literally unable to really see what's going on. And then she gets body checked to the ground, and it's just like so unnecessary. But it's what she's been having to deal with. And then later, on a different play, one of her teammates, Sophie Cunningham, oh my gosh, I have a new crush. Oh my gosh, Sophie, I love you. I think you're into ladies, unfortunately, but I have long hair. Anyways, the person who body checked Caitlin Clark, Sophie just had a gnarly hard foul on her, and that's not where it stopped. After the foul, the person got up, and before the person even got up, I would encourage you just to go watch all of this for yourself. But I'm going to also tell you, Sophie was already like ready to go. You could just see in her posture. She was like, come at me, sis. In that moment, my brain wanted to say, come at me, bro. But I'm like, no, we need to be talking about women. Come at me, sis. And then when she did come at her, Sophie just fucking grabbed the back of her head and was yelling. I want to know what she said, but it had to be something like, you dirty fucking bitch whore. How dare you do that to Caitlin, and don't you do that shit anymore? And I could see all of it. And okay, so I'm going to go a little TMI here. So just mute for like 5 seconds. It was kind of arousing watching her do that, to be honest. Wow. Like I like strong, competent women. And that was, to me, a way of like her displaying her strength, her confidence, but then also her sorority. So I talk about fraternity a lot, you know, guys running into battle with one another, but that was that can also apply to women and sorority. She was sticking up for her teammate, and that's virtuous. She was in that moment being virtuous, and I enjoyed it. Anyways, got way off subject, but ultimately, I like that the WNBA is getting this attention, and I like that someone is rising to the occasion to make the attention deserved. It's just this really beautiful moment in this really fucking chaotic, ugly world. Caitlin Clark is going to be an inspiration for so many women in this world, not just basketball women, but women in general, showing that you can see what the guys do. And I'll end the video here, sort of. Caitlin Clark reminds me of like watching Steph Curry play in a way. Very much the same thing. And not to like, I don't want to diminish, man, it sucks. You can't say anything anymore. I feel like everything I say is offensive, and I'm trying to compliment her. So I'll end the video here. Please check the description for a link to where you can get your own No Division or your own Not Everything is a Psyop, but most things are shirt. I actually don't have any of these up there. I should figure that out. I'll end the video here. Much love.